Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you. Welcome back to another episode of Expert in You podcast. I'm your host, Carden, and today I'm really excited for this podcast and the show because I have a good friend and a business partner with me, Leah Woodford. Leah, welcome.
Oh, Anne, so happy to be here. Good to see you, my friend.
Yes, we have been wanting to do this together because we have some things coming up in 2025. But today we really want to dive into shifts in the market and what is happening out there in the market for businesses and what's going to be changing in 2025. And we're going to talk about the strategic marketing shift and why building a celebrity brand is going to be a key in 2025 for people that are really looking for better clients, bigger opportunities, the shortcut, you like to say, Leah, cut to the front of the line.
Absolutely.
Yes, and get in different rooms and really attract more than chase. So that is the conversation today. So let's jump in. Leah, why don't you very quickly tell people your background? Because with our combined background, first of all, we're talking about probably almost 100 years, which is crazy. But we really have a lot of the same background as far as the marketing side of things. So Leah, go ahead and just give a quick introduction.
Well, hey, everybody. I am Leah Woodford, and I'm the CEO of Luxury Media Brands and CMO of Legacy Jets. I really love the luxury space, but my background is I am a recovering media personality. Studied journalism. I love it. I love telling other people's stories. But social media, when it came on the scene, it really was a game changer. And you guys probably have noticed the news is no longer the news. But it also presented great opportunities for entrepreneurism and promoting yourself. And so I've been in that space, everything from having my own Amazon Prime TV show to where I am right now, which is actually creating luxury magazines, specifically Legacy Quarterly, our in-flight magazines for our private jet company, and Speaker Life magazine, because I've been a professional speaker since 2007. And I've been blessed enough to create magazines for wonderful clients and friends like Carden, and even a few celebrity magazines. So that's where I am right now, and that's what I love to do.
If you are watching the podcast on YouTube, you can see here the magazines. Yes, we're on our getting ready to start working on the third issue. And I have to tell you, hands down, Leah is literally the best when it comes to this. She has just blessed my business so much with this incredible magazine. I'm so proud of. She's wonderful. So
thank you.
Yes, and she has, all the media background. She's getting celebrities on her magazine. And she helps people really identify those luxury brands for themselves. And so the part that I really do where we complement each other is I help people play in the high-end market as well and get really premium high-end clients, stand out in their market, step into the spotlight, and really sell like they've never sold before. And all of this is around building their celebrity, getting seen, getting more visible, and just playing a bigger game. We're talking about really playing a bigger game here. Leah, let's talk about how a lot of people are still trying to use old-fashioned marketing strategies and tactics, or old-fashioned tactics, I should say. They're still trying to do things the same old way. And what would you like to add to that? Why that's not going to work in 2025? And then I'll share why I believe that's not going to work in 2025.
Well, let's face it, ever since the pandemic, we are still, our we're still recovering economically. And it's, every time there is an election, things change again. And so right now we're in a sea of uncertainty. But being in the luxury space, nothing says luxury space like, private jets. I can tell you, because we fly celebrities, professional athletes, and C-level people around, it doesn't affect these people. The
Right.
wealthy are always going to stay wealthy despite economic uncertainty. And that's
Yes.
why I really like that space. And it really is just a matter of strategizing and shifting. The effort is the same whether you play big or small, but so
Yes.
many people still, continue to play small, and they
Mhm.
chase clients. And what happens when you chase anything? It
Yes.
runs away. So that's
Right.
why I really love luxury and I love attraction marketing, because it eliminates the chase.
Right. Well, and I will tell you, I figured out the premium market
Mhm.
30 something years ago in my businesses. And it was the thing that gave me the money, the profitability to continue to expand. When we were in the 2008 recession, and I had a health club at that time, there was also a very low price competitor that came in and literally moved in right down the street. And we're in a small town. And because I was in the premium market, I actually opened 3 more businesses when other people were shutting down. I even had businesses around me in my market that were asking me to buy them out. And it's because I had the doctors, the lawyers, the people of influence really in the town. And I was charging those more premium prices. And that was a huge eye opener for me as I built my businesses and opened up that second and third and fourth business. Same thing. I went into the high end market, completely set us apart in the market, in the industry. And then when I came into my coaching and consulting space, I did the very same thing. So it was such a game changer that I just know the power of it. So a recession didn't stop it. We've gone through many, many things through the years. And because I played in that premium market, the economy, I really created my own economy. And that's the power of this. And I believe that if they're still trying to do things the old way, they're not stepping into the opportunities that we have now with social media, with media, with building. Really, to me, Leah, it's leveled the playing field between the people that have millions and millions of dollars to spend in their marketing and people that are just solo or building their own personal brand. It has, to me, leveled that playing field
I
because of
think
what we have.
I agree with you to a point, but I think with the right marketing, this is what I see for myself and for my clients. It's not only leveling it, but it's actually giving you the advantage for leverage. It allows you to play in the bigger field, strategic opportunities that you
Yes.
wouldn't otherwise have. And we've always heard other people's money. Well, what about other people's influence?
Right.
And when you have something of tremendous value that nobody else has, it puts you up here. You get to cut in front of the line,
Yes.
and let these people stand back here and wait in line, and you cut in front, but use that opportunity to build a relationship and
Yeah.
it allows you to start hanging out with the people that have the wealth and the people that have gone where you want to go. And just by osmosis, you're being pulled into that circle because you are who
Mhm.
you hang with.
Right. That's absolutely true. That is true. And the other thing, when you talk about those opportunities, again, we're talking about a lot of those opportunities coming to you as well. I get opportunities that come to me that I don't go out looking for. I get partnership opportunities with people that I don't really go out looking for. I've just had a few of those land in my lap. And you and I were just discussing that before we got on this show. And that's exactly what happens when you're playing a bigger game, when you're seen everywhere, when you have a brand of influence. You really are shortcutting and fast tracking your success, and you're standing out. More importantly, you are standing above everybody else.
It's so true. And what I love about it is the freedom that it gives you. when you're chasing the smaller clients and you're chasing those small dollars, your freedom is gone.
Yes.
Your freedom is gone. For instance, I'm up here in our Colorado house. I'm not in my office right now because it's
Mm-hmm.
my son's. I flew my son out to remodel it for me. It gives you the opportunity to spend with the people you really love and doing the things that you love. And let's face it, if you're a paycheck player or you're a small player, you don't have that opportunity.
Right. Those choices are made for you.
They are.
Yes. And I can't tell you how many entrepreneurs can't afford to even get a book written or to get a magazine done a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with how great they are at what they do. They're excellent at their services and what they do. They're just not playing the right game. They're not playing in the right market.
They're not playing in the right market, and they're playing small. They're
They
playing
are.
it safe. And you can still play it safe and take risk. You just have to take strategic risk
Yes.
and calculated risk. And it's all a game. And trust me, when my husband and I started this second jet charter company, buying a house is scary. You have no idea what it's like to sign for a jet.
Mm-hmm.
And much less two of them.
She's
I
walking
mean,
the talk. She walks the talk for sure.
I
Yes.
mean, it's terrifying. I think I had to re-sign a couple of papers. It's like,
Mhm.
Leah A. Woodford, you have to sign everything in the same way. And it was just like, I don't think, I mean, it's, and of course, that is what brings the income.
Right.
But it's scary. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And my God, if we hadn't have done that, we wouldn't have the lifestyle we have.
Right.
So it's a risk, but it's a calculated strategic risk.
Yes.
And
And
we
you
had the
said it so
brand.
well. I always say with with the big risk come the best rewards. And I think too many people, you've been in business for years, Leah. I've been in business for years, Leah. I did things that most people would not even think about doing, putting everything on the line to expand, putting everything on the line to open more businesses when everyone else is shutting down. You did that. You went through a major upheaval in your business and in your life, and you had to change that game, and you still went all in. I always say it's a bit like a muscle. When you work it and work it and work it, it doesn't become easier in the fact that the fear's not there, but it does become easier in trusting your instincts and taking those leaps and really believing that it's going to work out.
So true. And I think one of the things that I'm really excited about this too is so many people put stress about making decisions. And if you're an entrepreneur, it's all about decisions.
Yes.
However, if you have a great brand and a good marketing strategy, it allows you to make those quicker decisions. Because for me, there's nothing scarier than sitting on the fence of indecision. But I found the most clarity I ever have is taking action, because then I can see the course correction. It's like driving down the
Right.
road at night with the headlights on. You can't see the entire road, but the farther you get down the road, the more the road you see, and the more you can see where you need to do a course correction.
Right.
But indecision will kill you faster than a bad decision. And then and for me, that's the same as playing really small and doing what you've always done. Then you're always going to have the same results.
Right. One of the things that I talk a lot about, because I really help people a lot from the marketing side, building on social media, launching that podcast, doing all the things that need to be done in the back end. Leah does the branding side, the brand identity. I do some of that. So there's a little overflow there, but we work so well together because we're both helping people really influence their market and be seen and be heard. One of the things that I want to talk about, though, is there are two sides to marketing. Your brand and how well defined your brand is the foundation before you even market your business.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't get that. I call it an influence gap for a lot of people. They have an influence gap, or they have the really strong brand, Leah, but they don't have the marketing strategy
right.
and systems to consistently attract and bring in the business. You need both. You need marketing and sales systems, and you need the influence or the brand strategy. It takes both of those things to build a really high-end lucrative business, build that revenue to whatever you want. And I see people that either only do one thing or they only do the other thing. So for example, they have all the lead generation strategies and they're out there and they're hustling and they're bringing in business, but they're not trustworthy. They don't have a brand that influences. So they're trying to convince people to buy from them. They're charging less than they could be charging because they have, I like to say, they haven't built the Lamborghini brand, they built the cheap used car brand. So,
good analogy.
So it really brings down the value of what they provide, and people price shop them, and people are looking for the cheapest option, and they're really attracting the wrong kind of business.
Well, think about this, Anne. When we're kids, we're on the playground, we want to fit in.
Yes.
This is ingrained in people from childhood. They want to fit in. They don't want to stand out. Here's the thing with me. I was a military brat. I was always the new kid.
Mm-hmm.
Every 2.5 years, I had to brand myself. And I kind of thrive on change, but most people don't. They want to fit in. They're looking for that warm comfort. And the reality is, staying in your comfort zone is really the most uncomfortable.
It is
place to be. But that mindset comes from childhood. I mean, we were talking earlier, Elon Musk, he probably got beat up every day. He was probably not the coolest kid, but it's the people that embrace their uniqueness, that create their own brand and march to their own drum, that really are successful. It's not the cookie cutter people that, if you, I challenge you, look at the people you went to high school with. Chances are, I know in my case, the homecoming queen and the it people peaked in high school and never got past that.
Yes, so true. It's so interesting because people, when they're thinking about, a lot of times when they're thinking about their brand, they're thinking about their colors, and they're thinking about their font, and they're thinking about the design of their website and their logo and all of those things. And even though those things are a piece of the puzzle, they are not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about an identity. We're talking about being known and almost being a micro influencer or being a micro celebrity. We're not talking about a celebrity in, like a
A-lister.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a business, being a business celebrity in your market, in your niche. And it's really not that hard to do when you have the right pieces in place, because most people won't play the game. Most people will, like you said, they'll be same old, they'll be mainstream. They'll fit in. They don't want to stand out. For those that want to stand out, I mean, those are our people, right, Leah?
We're giving you permission to take center stage.
Yes. Here's an interesting thing. I was having a conversation with someone who is literally in Hollywood. She's done some producing and things like that. And she actually has a signature talk. And she said, we no longer have to get permission from Hollywood to be a celebrity. And I just loved that. I thought that was brilliant. And the one thing that I will say is, you go right to celebrities to ask them to be on your magazine because of the brand you've built, because of the luxury that you have in your brand. They do not say no to you. They are thrilled to be in your magazine, on your magazine. And even though I haven't moved into for celebrities, I go after more entrepreneurs and people that are in that world. I don't get no's either for my podcast, for partnerships, and that's what we're talking about here. You don't get no's, you get yeses. That's huge.
Well, and for those people that are a little insecure about with a good brand, it'll boost your confidence level.
Yes.
If you have like a podcast or a magazine or a book that you're really proud of, it's easier to do that. But the brand, has to be there. And here, you were talking about the misconception of branding. Yes, people think it's logos and color palettes and fonts, but it really is about how people perceive you. Branding
Yes.
is a perception, and most people use their lens only. This
Yes.
is what I'm putting out there. That may not be, and chances are probably high that that is not what people are perceiving.
Oh, that's so true. And I was thinking about something yesterday as we were kind of putting some ideas together for this podcast. And I was thinking about if you're, here's an example, you're on Facebook. So I help people with the social media side and all their marketing strategy. Let's say you're on Facebook and you have seen a brand shoot, for example, where you're hanging out. And I actually did, I flew to Phoenix, met with Leah. We did a professional brand shoot. And I have some of these photos where I'm on a couch, I'm barefoot, I'm talking on the phone. However, that kind of a photo isn't something that people on LinkedIn would really respond to. Those are CEOs, those are high level people, right? On Facebook, people respond to that. And my point being, if you don't understand that, if you don't understand maybe the photos you're getting taken, they're not really representing your brand for the target market that you would like to have. And that's why you keep getting the same thing you're getting, because your brand is not representing you for the people that you're really going after or would like to partner with. And that's it does, to me, it does the heavy lifting. It pre-sells you, it pre-positions you.
Well, and think about this. If you don't care enough about your brand and how you're perceived, how are other people going to feel about trusting you with theirs?
Yes. And it does, a good brand builds that credibility and that trust, and that's all built into the brand as well. So when people search you, when they Google you,
and the messaging lands because
yes,
the brand, the brand tonality, the brand recognition, everything, the photos, the color palette, the messaging, everything is succinct. And most people are very disjointed. They're all over the place.
Yes,
and that's
it's
why
confusing.
it is.
Yeah.
If people can't figure out what you do on your website or social media within 3 seconds, you've lost them.
Right. That's right. That's exactly right. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. And you talked about, your brand is really it's the outside perception that people have when they see you for the first time. And again, do you look like a Lamborghini or do you look like a cheap used car? I mean, think about that. Who would you, when you think about the brands that you really are enamored with and the brands that you're like, wow, that looks amazing, or the people you follow, think about even the people you follow in your industry, in your niche. You're probably following them because they have a charismatic brand. They are playing that bigger game. They are standing out in the midst of everyone else. And let's face it, every market anymore is really saturated in entrepreneurship.
It is. The only way that you can truly stand out is go on the road less traveled, which I believe is a luxury brand. We fly 1%ers around and they have a different mindset. It's a completely different way of thinking. The other thing is, what I love about them is they don't question you about your pricing. They don't, you can charge more. But they go deep in the relationships. There's a trust level. They are accustomed to paying more, but there's an understanding that you will deliver what you say you will.
Correct.
And so that's why your brand, your infrastructure, everything has to be really spotless because you only have one chance with these
Mhm.
people.
That's true. The other thing too is people, when you have that really standout brand, you're playing in that premium market, and those people are easier to work with, in my opinion,
Oh
because
my God, they're great to work with.
yes, they're in a very different mindset. That is really how Leah and I became friends. I invited her to be on a summit that I had. And then I went to Phoenix and we worked together and we did some work together. And then she's helped me with my magazine. And we've just developed this friendship. And now it's turning into a business partnership. And we'll talk more about that. But that all happened because I was put myself out there and I was doing things, and you were too. And that's how we connected.
Well, and I think if I have a saying, and not everybody agrees with me, but it works well for me. If I don't want to break bread with you, I don't
Mhm.
want to work with you. And the reason being is I can never throw my heart over the bar for your brand if I don't feel it at a gut level.
Right.
If there's not that connection, then
Mhm.
it's gonna feel very artificial and very pushed, and it won't come organically.
Right.
And I believe in connected values, and everything needs to be in alignment. We may not agree on everything, but we have to pretty much have the same foundational values.
Right. No, that's so true. So Leah and I are excited because we have something coming up in 2025. It's going to be called the Celebrity CEO. It is
I
going to
love this.
be, I know, I'm super excited. It's going to be a luxury marketing and media retreat. And we're going to be doing it around the Phoenix area in a mansion. It's going to be really high end, all inclusive, but we're going to go through what you get in this retreat. And it's going to be coming up in spring. I'm not sure if I said that, but there's going to be a professional photographer, makeup artist come in and do a professional brand shoot. So this is all about helping you level everything up and to step into that celebrity spotlight, step into that celebrity game. So, a professional brand shoot, we're going to help you develop your celebrity brand blueprint with all
Love
of
that.
Leah's expertise and your identity for that. We're going to, Leah has access. I've actually done a training, I actually did this with Leah this past year. She has access to a $22 million beautiful studio. And we're going to be doing media training and a reel with you. You'll have a media interview with Leah and you'll walk away with that reel. You will be featured in a magazine. So you will now have both digital assets and imagine if you, instead of a business card, you handed someone a magazine where you're on the cover or you're featured in the magazine. That is so much more valuable to someone than a business card. So it's about upping your game. And then also, what did I miss, Leah? We'll do some excursions, private chef. Yes.
Yes, we will, but more importantly, yes, you're going to have all the swag and all the really amazing fun things and really things that you'd expect, but I think the best thing is you're going to get the benefit of our expertise, and
Yes.
you're going to walk away with a tangible blueprint that you can actually implement. And you're going to,
Yes.
not only are you going to have this, be featured in this gorgeous magazine and have all these assets, you're also going to learn how to leverage those to get
Yes.
bigger opportunities, because you could have all these beautiful things and I see them all the time. But if you don't know how to use them and how
Yes.
to leverage them, then it's all for naught. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's what I'm really excited about. And more importantly, you're gonna get the confidence, because you're going to have all these beautiful brand building strategies and
Mhm.
social proof, which
Right. Right.
Anna and I are no fluff girls. There is no fluff in any of this.
At
It
all. Right.
it's luxury, but it's actually real and tangible. And we both have social proof on what
Right.
we do. which I love, because if you can't monetize it, you're just doing something. You're just adding,
It's just
something else.
noise.
It is. You
Yes.
have to, if it's not increasing your bottom line, then it's not worth doing, in my opinion.
Absolutely. If you're going to build fame, build the fortune.
Well said, my friend. Well said.
Yeah, and we are going to help you develop what I call your high impact marketing strategy. So she talked about leverage, but okay, what do you do with all this? How do you make all this work? What pieces do you need for your business or for your brand, for the marketing system that I talked about, so that you are getting what you want from your business? So we'll be helping you develop that. I mean, it's going to be a jam-packed 2 days, but it's going to be an experience you'll never forget. And you definitely you'll walk away with not only incredible memories, wonderful relationships, but you're going to walk away with something that is going to put your business on a completely different level. Leah says it's not just going to level up your business, it's going to level it up 3 or 5 times. And I love that. I think that's how you said it.
Yeah, I just, why go one tier on the ladder when you can go, or cut
Yes,
to
go
the
right
front
to
of the
the
line,
top. Yes, right. Yeah.
But imagine, here's the other thing that I want people to think about. What's your why? Because your why has to be bigger than your excuse. My reason behind it is I really wanted to leave a legacy for my kids. So it has to be bigger than yourself. And it's going to have to, sometimes we'll do things for our kids we won't do for ourselves. And that's the way it was in the beginning. And by Paul and I doing what we've done, our kids are following in that path. We're showing them that they can live a bigger life and they can still have the financial freedom to live life and, grab it with both hands and live it on those terms. And you never have that kind of freedom as a paycheck player.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said. Well, we are going to wrap it up here. We'll be sharing more information about that upcoming spring celebrity CEO retreat. We just wanted to give you a little teaser on what that is going to be, so you can be thinking about that. We also will have funding options available, but it is by application. So everyone will not get in. We have limited spaces for that. And so again, we'll be talking more about that, but we hope that we really shifted your mindset today to the shifts that you need to make in 2025 if you want to really build your business to higher levels. You want to stand out, be seen, and really be seen as a celebrity that people want to do business with, want to partner with, getting you in different rooms. Leah, what would you like to add to this?
I just want to say, give this Christmas gift to yourself or New Year's resolution and to your family. Why not create the kind of life that's not only going to impact your life, but future generations? The shift starts with you.
Absolutely. And if you look at it, even all the experience and everything that Leah has with the media and all the backstory that I have in the experience, we're still utilizing that even today, years and years later. That is part of what we do with people. And so when you level up like this and you play a bigger game, you never know the impact that's going to have on other people and the inspiration that it will have in the marketplace.
Anne, that's so true. We just had our Legacy Jets Christmas party, and I can't tell you what it means to have, our employees come up and just say, bring their families, and, you changed our lives. And seeing, especially first officers, being able to see them fulfill their dreams. They spend all this money, trying to get get into planes, and to be able to see what a gift it is to give other people their dreams. And that's what happens when you play a bigger game. You're not only enriching your lives and your family's life, you don't even know the impact you're having.
The ripple effect. Yes, 100%. Yeah, you can't even see that far. I mean, you really can't even see the impact that that can have and can make. Leah, as always, this has been so much fun. I love to get together with you, and this has been a great show. I hope you got a lot of great takeaways on what to do differently for the new year, how to play a bigger game. And I love that you said, hey, give that retreat, give that as a gift to yourself for Christmas or for the new year. Again, it will impact your business for years to come. It's not just a one and done. It literally not only are you going to learn a skill set that is going to change things for years to come. You're going to see it in your revenue and your bottom line and in your partnerships and opportunities that will come your way. So my friend, thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun. And until next time, everyone, make sure you share the show and definitely think about, what do you want to be different in 2025? Do you want to be same old mainstream? Are you ready to shine? Are you ready to stand out and just have a bigger impact, make more income, and play in a market where you get to control your own economy? That's really what we're talking about here.
Amen, sister.
Have an amazing day. God bless you all. Until next time, take care.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about, because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop, where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.